Alrighty, boys and girls, I got a fun challenge schemed up for y'all today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play 9 holes. The first 3 holes, I'm going to play worst ball. The second set of 3 holes, I'm going to play one as aggressive as possible, one as conservative as possible. And the final 3 holes, I'm going to have my wife call my shots. And if I miss the shot, so if she calls a high draw and I hit a low cut, I have to add a stroke to my score for every time. And I forgot to mention, on the second set of 3 holes, I'm going to take the worst score from the 2. So let's go get after it. Worst ball up first. Okay, so I'm going to explain how worst ball works. So I'm going to hit 2 shots on every single shot, and I have to take the worst one from there and play it, and you have to putt out twice, basically. So that's the premise. First hole, here's a 548 par 5. All I'm trying to do is, I don't know if you can see it, there used to be a bunker up there, and there's a brown patch that's still left that hasn't filled in yet. I'm just going to try to hit a bullet cut right at that. Cart path only, so I want to keep it as close to the cart path as possible. Don't hit path. Okay, I tugged it, but the first ball is like a yard from the cart path, so that's good. Okay, ball 2 coming up. I just don't need to do anything crazy here. First one's in a rough, but it's fine. So still going to try to hit that same shot that I had envisioned for the first one. I've hit the same shot twice. Like, those balls are 5 yards apart. So right there is ball 1, right there is ball 2. Ball 2's a yard farther away, so I guess we'll go with that one. To make this fair, I would be playing it down in a tournament in the rough today and up in the fairways. So what I'll do is I'll drop both balls to give myself, try to recreate a natural lie. Okay, so I've left the first ball as is. That'll be my second one. Got 247, a little uphill, a little into the wind. I know y'all can't see the pin, but it's basically straight in front of me over this mound. I've got my hybrid out. There isn't like a terrible miss here. There's a bunker short left. That would, I guess, be the ideal spot for this. That's probably going to be the worst ball because that came out knuckling long left. Probably not going to be great. Ball 2 up now. I'll probably end up flagging this one or something and have to play the worst ball, but just trying to hit a high cut. I've literally hit the exact same shot twice. Okay, both balls ended up in the bunker. This was just the longer of the 2, so I'll be hitting 2 bunker shots from here. Good chance to make birdie here. This is a pretty straightforward bunker shot. Pretty solid shot on the first one. Would like to get this one inside of that. But I'm playing follow the leader. Okay, there was both our shots. This one is like 6 inches longer, so that's the one we'll go with. Pretty easy putt here, really. Should just be moving a touch right. Be huge to knock the first one in. Well, we got one in. See if we can knock a second one in. Start this challenge out with a bird. Making a birdie and worst ball is so challenging, so this would be awesome if I can make this. There we go. So that's a birdie to start. Awesome birdie there to start. Hole 2 here is a 175 par 3. Wind's kicked up a little, so it's playing decently into the wind. I've got an 8-iron here. I'm going to have to kind of trap this one, hit a low draw in there to get it there, but you don't want to be long. Oh my God, I've hooked the shit out of that. Don't hit the path. Okay, well that one's in play, but it is completely screwed. So I imagine that's probably going to be the one we're playing. Shot 2 coming up. I don't know if it's possible to hit it in a worse spot than that. So, just trying to get this on the green. That was pretty much what I was trying to do on the first one. God, that was long too. Here's ball 2. There's ball 1. So that's the one we're going with. It's a much harder shot. This is the one we're going to be playing. I'm going to drop this ball to try to create a natural eye. That actually ended up perfect. This is such a hard shot. The only chance here is to land it in the rough short. Just let it trickle down. So the goal here is to just get us a par putt inside 10 feet. That was so good. And unfortunately, I have to try to do it again. But we've done it once now, so this should be easier, right? Oh, that one got ate up. Well, unfortunately, we would have just had an incredible up and down. But now, we're still on the fringe putting for par. So, bright side is, I can clean my ball now because we're back in a fairway cut. And I can line it up. This one's going to be moving down and right the whole way. So essentially, to have any chance at par, I have to make this one. Hold your head. Shoot. Okay, so par's out the window. The goal now is to get this one inside of that one. So we're left with a tap in for par. Or for bogey, I mean. Must have just shoved that one a little. Or the first one. They're like the same length. But I'm just going to go with this one. Okay, even through 2 after a birdie bogey start. Okay, so hole 3 is a 394 par 4. The fairway narrows up to basically nothing where my driver lands, so I always go with 3-wood here. There's OB left, so I'm just trying to take this. I don't know if y'all can see the cart up there, but I'm trying to finish it on that cart. Just a good smooth one. Let it turn over a little. Well, my storage ran out on that one, so I had to switch phones, but the first one I blocked it, it's over in the right rough. Pretty screwed, so odds would say that's probably the ball we'll be playing. But like I said, still just trying to hit the little draw, finish it in the center of the fairway. That's what I was trying to do on the first one. It just didn't turn over. Right here is what we got left. 135 yards, rough lie. Wind's a little off the left. Probably about playing the number because I'd say these are both going to jump a little bit. Y'all can see the 3 big trees up there. The line's going to be in between the 2 big ones. But got to air left on this because right is no good. So just trying to hit kind of like a chippy cut pitching wedge. Line on that one was good. I don't know about the distance because it's hard to tell if it really jumped or not. Just going to try to hit the same shot again. We'll see what we got when we get up there. Mine's a little left of the first one, but that's okay. Got a lot of green to the left. So shot 1 ended up here, shot 2 over there. Both pretty decent shots, but that one's a little farther away, so that's the one we got to go with. This putt's fairly straight. It wants to go right early and try to crawl back left late. Should be relatively speedy. It's straight downhill the whole way. Makeable putt. Would love to see this fall. Wow. That one has released out a ton on me. So now I know the line. That should be the worst of the 2. That looks really good. So first one kind of sucked. Second one was good. Got to go with the first one though. Got this for par. Got to make both of them to wind up with the par. Okay, we got one down. It's just like a right center putt, so not a very hard one at all. See if we can knock two straight in. Okay, so survived there with par. So as a group has found their way behind us, so I'm switching up the rest of the challenge. I'm just going to change it to where the next set I'm only going to be playing one ball, as aggressive as possible. So little change of plans there. Hole 4 here is a semi-drivable par 4. It's like 345, but there's OB everywhere. I always just hit 4-iron on this hole and have wedge in, but because we're playing this as aggressively as possible, I have to try to drive it. I'm not at all comfortable with this shot, and when I'm not comfortable, I always swing very aggressive, because if it's going to go bad, I at least want it to go bad a long way. If that flies, it could get on. Haha, we are on. I unintentionally lied there just a little bit. It wasn't on the green, it's on the fringe. Super straightforward. I would always putt this, but because the challenge is play as aggressive as possible, I'm going to chip it because it improves our odds of making this. Should be going a little left the whole way. Uphill at first, downhill the back end. Oh, that bit hard right there. That's a so-so shot. Like I said, so-so shot right there. Got about, I don't know, probably 4.5, 5 feet left for the birdie. It's going to be breaking left. Got this to get under par on the day. I'd say it's ball outside right edge to keep the speed up. If I don't keep the speed up, this will miss low, so need to make a good stroke. And we kept the speed up, so that gets us to 1 under through 4. On to hole 5, 1 under par. This hole's 427. It's playing downwind today. OB left. Still got to play as aggressive as possible. Normally, I don't even try to hit this fairway. I just miss it right on purpose. But I guess today, to stick with the theme, I'm going to actually try to hit the fairway. I'm going to try to send a draw. It'd be close if it catches fairway or not, but it was hit really hard. So we ended up over here right rough, got some tree troubles. In a tournament, I would be playing this out to the front left of the green and leaving myself a 50-footer in hopes to 2-putt for par. But since we're playing as aggressive as possible, I'm going to take a pitching wedge. I'm going to try to hit a low one, land it about 7 yards short of the green, and let the heel kind of kick it up and right and let it take the steam off of it. Or at least that is my intent. So let's see if we can pull it off now. Oh, that's not 7 yards, but it worked. I would say the aggressive play paid off. This is a lot more makeable than a putt from 50 feet down there on the front edge. Straightforward chip, downhill, moving a little left. Very makeable. That was a good run at it. I felt like I needed to at least get that to the hole for the sake of the video. So, got this left for par. Just a little, I don't know, 2.5, 3-footer left. Should be a straight putt. Just need to keep my head down and stroke it. And we remain 1 under through 5. Okay, hole 6 here is a 171 par 3. The pin's all the way in the back. In a tournament or on a normal day, I'd be playing this 20 feet short to take long out of play. But I'm going to try to get it all the way back there today. I got an 8-iron. Greens are soft, so I'm going to kind of punch it, try to take the spin off of it, get a little fade in there. Oh, that's not cutting. That needs to get down. Okay, that should be okay. Well, I was wrong. I thought I was about pin high, which would have been a pretty simple chip. Now where I'm behind it, it plays a lot more downhill. So I'm just going to try to pop this one up, land it on the fringe, just past the rough cut. Hopefully it'll release out. Leave me a kick in. I landed it in the rough, but it bolted forward, and I think I made it. Oh, God. Probably can't tell, or couldn't tell, how quick that really was until you seen it rocketing down through there. But that was a very tough shot. If you'd have said I could have this for par, I would have took it and never once questioned it, even though it's 5.5, 6 footer with a little bit of turn in it. It's another one of those that's about a ball outside right edge. Got to be sure to keep the speed up or it will miss low. I didn't keep the speed up, so it missed low, and that drops us back to even through 6. But our format changes right here. This is where she will be calling my shots for every hole, and if I miss any of them, we have to add a stroke. This is where she starts calling our shots. 317 par 4 up first. Force carry over water if you go for it. My intent is to go for it, but depending on the shot, I may not be able to. So what's our shape? Driver draw. Okay. Unfortunately, that's going to make this hard because I'm going to have to take it up over the trees. The wind's into us, so that's good because a draw would generally be way too much stick here. But we'll be able to launch it high. Hopefully let that take some of it off. I never did see that. Did you? I have no earthly idea where that just went. So this is where the drive ended up. It was a high draw, so we don't have to add a shot. Do you want me to go high or low on this one? Low? Perfect. Perfect. It was a suspect call for the high draw over the trees, but low is for sure the play here. Whoa, that kind of did not act how I thought it was going to, but it worked out well. So should be a birdie. So just a little kick in left here for birdie to get us back under par on the day. So that gets us back to 1 under through 7. Got 8 and 9. I just don't need to mess up and her call one and me not hit it. Good birdie there to get us back to 1 under par. 433 par 4 here, straightforward. What's the shot shape? High cut. That'll work. In my head, I was wanting something low just because it's back into the wind, but high cut's a good call. Oh, that was not where I wanted to start, but it was a high cut. It's gonna be in the right rough, but okay, got 154 left in. The pin's gonna be kind of at these 2 small trees right here. What's the shot shape? Low draw. Okay, that's a pretty good choice. It's gonna fly a little bit, so I've got pitching wedge here. It's back in the wind. It's gonna kind of chip it, make sure it draws. Well, it's a low draw on a really, really good line. Well, that couldn't really win a lot better than it did because that was not a super easy shot at all. And so far, we haven't had to add any strokes for missing a shot shape. Got about a, I don't know, it's probably a 12 footer left for bird. Gonna be breaking a little left, pretty much dead flat. So be aggressive, give it a good roll. I've rolled the putter well today, hit a lot of good putts. So I expect, in my head, I expect to make it now. In my head and how it turns out ain't always the same thing, but and it didn't turn on me. That was a really good putt. And we remain 1 under through 8. Got a par. The floods of the Nile have moved in, so she's gonna film from the cart. What shot shape you want? High cut. Okay. Straight downwind here. I usually draw it on this hole, but there ain't really a specific one it calls for, so cut is just fine. We're going to play fast here. Make sure it cuts, Chancellor. Oh, son of a tit. That's in good shape, but it drew like 3 yards. So now we're going to be hitting our third shot from up here. Now the Great Flood's moved in. Got 232 left in. What's the shot shape before I hit this? High cut. Oh, God, you couldn't have picked the worst one. Okay, we're going to go with the 6-iron. Get my ass soaked, baby. Wow, this is brutal. Oh, that's a high cut. That almost got on the green. I'm pleased with that. They're just short of the bunker. You want it high or low before I hit? High. High? Okay, I'm putting with wedge too. We got to get this up and down for par because of the fact that I hit a draw and not a cut on the first one. Coming a torrential flood. I'm not sure I've ever been this soaked in my life. Good thing it didn't get to the bunker because it is literally like swimming down here. Taking no time. Don't know how far it is. Don't know where to land it. Just got to hit it high. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Okay, got this left for par. No putter. Oh, pushed it. Piss ain't. So I guess that is a bogey, technically. Par if you don't count the extra shot. But we're counting bogey because of the challenge. Finished at even par. And got a really wet ass right now. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Go follow me.